Hello, everyone. Hi, hello. Do I still sound sick? Do I still sound gross? I feel kind of gross still. That's why I ask. But I've been really sick this week. I got the flu again, and for about 2 days, 2.5 days, was like on a really strong fever. It was in the 40s for my Celsius people, and for my Americans, that's the 100s. Like a fever of 100 or more for a couple of days straight. On and off, actually. Not straight. I shouldn't say that. But it was not a pleasant experience. I took 3 days off of work in a row for sickness. Yeah. Jesus wept. I love that. Yeah, it was not pleasant. I didn't get out of bed for like 3 days straight. Didn't feel good to not be to be stuck in bed like that. But a lot of time with your own thoughts means I actually got some writing done yesterday, so I guess there's a perk there. And I'll be working from home all week because I'm still coughing. So if I suddenly mute today, it is because I'm coughing and it like rattles my chest kind of cough. Hold on, actually, cough incoming. So I'm going to be muting periodically, but I figured because I had to push my schedule back a little bit, we are going to throw on a little one-shot kind of game. I should be able to get it done in a single stream. And, you know, we have a little bit of a a little crime mystery together. Solve a crime. Actually, hold on. And we should be... There we go. Sorry. And there we go. Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can... No, nope. Mouse and keyboard it is. Ooh, I love this. It's like a children's TV show. I won't, Marvin. Although I do sound kind of gross. I love this. It's very like, Saturday morning cartoon.
Last night, a murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp.
A murder. It is a murder.
A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here?
Yeah, that's a valid question.
I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous? All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see why it matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
What?
Murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
And isn't
You've always
human.
enjoyed a challenge before.
That's not in our
You
jurisdiction.
can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
What a nose! Excuse me, sir? He can smell color. He can smell sounds. He can smell his own asshole. Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside of his office at 20:45 last night, so around 8:45. Exact cause of death is unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Okay. There are the... Boggy doesn't even have claws. What do you mean this is the suspect? That can't be the actual suspect. So we've actually played another one of these games, the sequel to this, Tangle Tower. And I think the 3rd game is set to come out this year. So it's actually nice to play this again.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Chapter 1, A Swamp Full of Secrets. Let us begin.
Your case file is in the top right.
Okay,
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here.
okay,
When you've collected some, of course.
sure.
I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Why can't you get out of the boat and help me?
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Croissant.
I think I need to make that less common. I need to put a bigger cooldown on my hydrate and my posture check and stuff. Okay. It happened right at the start of stream. Rev hit me right at the start of stream. Also, I'm so sorry I coughed on mic. What is this? Also, look at this man's nose. Man's so, like, man's nose is so big. He could be one of the Eastern Island statues. The Maui heads, or whatever they're called. He's Nigel Thornberry indeed. His body was found outside his swamp. 3 small wounds. We're missing 1 piece. We're missing all the pieces here. And this is Boggy, mysterious creature. Has not been officially cited for 60 years.
Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The 2 characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
It kind of looks like they're fighting, doesn't it? Who are you?
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
From the fairground. Am I missing another one of these games?
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and behave.
You'll get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope.
She is right, though.
Different sort of creature.
He does seem very
Wait,
innocent.
What do you mean? If you... She disappeared.
He seems like a very cuddly
I
creature.
pretend I imagined her.
I would like to check. I don't know what I want. No, I don't want to quit the game. I would like to see. Fine and dandy. Okay, I guess I have to do audio manually. Okay, so then...
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here.
Why not? People need to go to places.
Don't forget to use walk mode.
That.
Just my luck, the gate's closed.
Naturally.
Looks like I can move these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate.
What if I want to do both?
Probably.
And up here, and...
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
Oh, that was so fast.
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
Okay, Boggy's Bog. No, actually it would be in this order. The swamp is too far remote for Boggy's Bog, the tourist attraction, to make any money.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me.
Is it bogging up your mind? I'm sorry.
What's the story behind this place? There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
So we can go to the museum or the cafe. Let's go to the cafe
I
first.
should visit the crime scene before I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Fine. To the museum.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James...
Yeah. Fine. We'll just keep going.
There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. I should visit the crime... I think Officer James said...
Oh, so I have to go this way. Ah, my crime scene.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yeah, this is where they found Nigel Thornberry's body.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on. I can't... Maybe if I...
Well, we don't want to...
There are bizarre
There we
footprints
go.
with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water. The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Oh, do I have to physically manually move all of you? Oh, look. That's a
A
foot.
strange pair of green flippers.
Where's Ruiner?
Badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Strange green flippers. Who left these lying around?
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. And this way. This way.
That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Lockpick discarded near the entrance into Remington's office, covered in strange liquid slime. Most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office.
I can't. Maybe if I.
So if I... Hold on. Do I not have...
Maybe if I.
so I can't use the lockpick. Okay.
So.
Do-do-do-do. Okay.
There are bizarre and back.
Oh, hello?
Ah, some suspects.
Who the fuck are you people?
Let's get this investigation started.
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No, I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur.
Okay.
I'm a man of many talents.
Is one of the talents shoving your own head up your ass? I heard your work is going downhill lately. Doubt that's gonna get you really good answers. It is a very talented beard you've got, at least. Well, hopefully you have a talent for answering my questions.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant?
His
But
hair
that's
looks
not
like
the way
drowned
this
seaweed.
director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film.
Oh, it
I'm on a
is.
scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's
It
right.
looks like a toupee that
Bob
wants to
Burr,
crawl
my
into the
faithful
water.
right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Last
Were
night.
you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest, but yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burrow, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always, but being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, At the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking.
That's
Now, don't
sus.
forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything
That's
at all?
sus,
What is
though.
it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Someone gets in, surprises the guy. I don't know what this is, but gets hit. Falls out of the window, thuds to the ground. I don't know what that is.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
Is that what that means? Okay.
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
It's a pretty
For
final
him,
one-off,
I think
though.
so, yes.
The world's premier director, the king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
I don't know. The bizarre noises in the background are important.
All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
Oh,
I'm Detective
professional
Grimoire.
enigma.
I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
What's a first name? It's my 23rd name, but it's the one I like best. Kind of like the sass of this one.
It's actually my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Tell me that. Was nowhere to be found last night. Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Yeah, what was he doing?
Oh?
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer? You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really?
Oh?
But why did you want to come here in the first place?
Thank you
If
for
you're
the
looking
sippy
for a
sippy,
reason
Carl.
to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
So, Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to murder him. No.
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Mr. Vanderpeer weirds me out. Like, how does the pince nez work when he doesn't have a nose?
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard
Cafe.
Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
All right.
The famous director, and my friend. You should ask someone else.
I know. I did make everyone subscribe to another year of the Alley friendship. If I died a little early, that would not work.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Hey, what about you?
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Dude, I would hope so. You're... No, that would be called a Netflix subscription.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Murder? Oh, shit.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had to walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
Is
You
it?
just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right.
What is
I
it?
brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller.
Okay,
And it
but-
only takes black and white photographs.
Is this
you know
chest
the kind
hair?
I mean?
A really old one?
Is that
Yes,
chest
I
hair?
suppose so.
Is he
I've always
really
enjoyed
hairy?
traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last
Oh my
night.
god, dude.
Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Okay. Holy shit, it's Boggy.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
So a blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burles shortly before the murder shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. No, I know that's not how developing works.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
No, we haven't had a chance to yet. You're the first 2 people I've met.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly.
Oh.
You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know.
Is
There are
it?
certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be money.
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about.
Friends who never really had a
simply promised him
successful
a cut of
conversation.
my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
Quid
So
pro,
you would have owed him
quid
money.
pro quo.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Okay. Interesting.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
Okay, let's go explore more of this place.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. The door's jammed unless I can get these Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
Oh, great. Okay. 1, 2.
That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Who the fuck are you, nerd?
I'd better take a look at this.
The game crashed. The game crashed? Hold on, let me see if it's gonna work. Game? Oh, okay, we're right back here. Well, at least it auto-saves. See if this crashes again at the same spot.
This journal.
Nope.
It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Okay. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. Seems to be a page ripped from the back. A journal record recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing. Contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy knows that there is no safe place to show grippers.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
There's no name for the explorer.
Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here.
Something is not right.
I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place. I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. The Marquis de Swamp.
Things in jars. Ooh. I don't like things in jars. Unless the thing is marmalade.
What are you, Paddington?
So,
Alright, nerd, who are you?
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective.
Oh my
I
God.
am a mere tourist.
What a
How
voice.
did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
If actually was a person indeed.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here,
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
Then why did you call yourself
so
Agent Folder?
you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah,
Oh
what
God,
kind
you're
of secrets?
so lame.
It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Information about Boggy, collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he had 3 claws on each arm. The modern character is simple, fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe the information is out there somewhere. Guys, I got a question for you. What's your favorite cryptid? What is your favorite cryptid? And why?
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, detective.
Dude, where's your
Oh,
chin?
So you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
And what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Boo! Boo, Gilfer. The lockpick I found near the treehouse.
The lockpick I found near the treehouse might belong to Agent Folder. I think that's pretty close.
Oh, I guess it's this one then.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
See, Canada has one really, West Coast Canada has one very famous cryptid. It's famous to us, at least. It's called Ogopogo. And it's essentially like a Nessie, but it's Ogopogo. But also, I need you to Google what a squonk is. Squonk. Squonk. They're just so pathetic. That is correct. That is how you spell that. A squonk.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Just a turtleneck. Oh my god.
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
Because I kind of love it. It's all it does is cry about how fucking ugly it is.
Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
God, Ruiner would be all over this game.
An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
People love tardigrades, though. Ogo Pogo. Ogo Pogo. Change your A's to O's and take out the hyphen.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really. Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on. You're wasting your precious time, detective. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Okay, fair enough.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
Fuck you.
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Dude.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing photo now? Where did I find this again? I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
We are a cop, correct. We are an actual cop. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it on open doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back.
No,
Apparently
you don't
it
get
has
to have it.
since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Correct.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
This guy with the neckbeard is literally just actually if it were a person. Also, how can you have a neckbeard if you have no chin? That's not a neckbeard. There's no differentiation. There's no differentiation between the chin and the neck because he has no chin. How does this man put on pillowcases? Actually, bold of me to assume he washes his pillowcases.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Me too.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
Okay, let's get out of here. Come back later. Make a big loop.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
Up we go. Oh, hello?
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
It's a cool staircase.
Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Oh shit. Me? Have a brain? No, it's gonna need to be a bigger one here. But I don't know if those touch enough. No, those don't touch.
Perfect. I am amazing.
I'm amazing, but why was there just a spare cog there that didn't do anything?
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know.
I'm not doing the obvious thing in the middle of the room.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. I'm indoors.
Alright.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention. But I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But
I wonder why.
I don't think you're going to, are you?
No.
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
What?
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
What do you...
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time?
Is
If
she
you don't mind
Boggy
me
to get
asking.
people away from the
I
swamp?
have many reasons to be here. But I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure
Yeah, her
there's
hair's
one
really
detail
cool.
worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
Oh, fuck off. A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grows around the side door of the museum and cannot be found anywhere else.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That's it.
Very
Thanks.
helpful.
Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Alright, let's see these people.
You should ask someone else.
You know nothing about any of these people?
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
I'm gonna do everything.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Perfect.
You should ask someone else.
How do you not know about Boggy if you've lived here this entire
I have
time?
nothing good to say about that man.
Oh,
So
there
I
we
won't
go.
say anything at all. They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum. No, thank you.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of.
Which is?
I'll write it down in my notes.
What? What did it
Let's see. First,
Oh, fuck. I gotta do it again. That was dumb of me.
and now... Got it! Now,
Okay, let's do the other one, I guess.
let's see. First thing we then tap the faucet.
Well, we know how it's gonna go down.
Now,
It's the same liquid.
got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Ah, that looks pretty similar to last time.
Oh, cool. You are gonna acknowledge that.
If you bring me something with liquid,
Okay, so I guess we've kind of knocked her off as a suspect for the time being.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here. Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
Oogity boogity. These look like designs for a Boggy costume. What's going on around here?
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
I brought with me. No. Thank you for the sippy sippy. Explains what the picture is showing. Okay.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in.
We have that.
black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here.
Oh,
and I
you
think
don't
these
say.
designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Oh, we've already made it to chapter 2.
I have something for you.
Another
Oh,
gift
Jesus.
already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I fucking arrest you for murder, weird child?
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service.
Where does the hat start
Well,
and
kind
the
of.
flesh end?
And you're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find this swamp to be your greatest challenge.
I'm sure I can handle the
Mean
murder
this
case.
murder case? I'm sure I can handle it.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past.
It's giving Bart
It could
Simpson.
be the way forward.
It's giving Bart Simpson, where you can't tell where the hair starts and the flesh ends.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to
This
this
is-
shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Which is
Well,
how long?
How long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make.
Oh?
The bog dog.
Oh,
He ate one
no.
nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty,
No,
it's
thank
the most
you.
popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Oh.
Try it.
It looks like... It looks...
Looks radioactive.
I'll try some. Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Oh.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Maybe like this?
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A
No
skeleton
shit.
staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Fair enough.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
What a weirdo. Okay.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you. Your prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Oh god.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Okay. You don't know anything about her, that means?
I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently. It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. I can't help you with that one.
Fair
Sorry.
enough. You're just gonna present
Why
everything
don't
to
you
everyone,
show
though.
that to someone else?
Everyone gets to see everything.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that? You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else?
We're going to. Don't worry. Give me 2
You
minutes.
don't know everything, I'm afraid. He's dead, but he
Forgot I
always
could do
knew
this.
what he was getting involved with. I can't help you with that one.
That's right.
Sorry.
Challenge.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here,
We weren't
I'm
told that he
afraid
was
this
ill
is
last
something
night.
I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it? A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
There we go.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Maybe. Maybe they took it and had a little sippy sip. Popular drink sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of a strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of the swamp juices disappeared from his stock recently.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Look at this little gift shop.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all. It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
Headpiece from a homemade Boggy costume, found hidden amongst the Boggy hats in the gift shop, has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Did you miss me? No, I just arrived.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your head I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Is she hitting on us? Excuse me, Sally?
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't
Maybe a
seem
different
at
date?
home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
They even drew her with a dumpy.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day.
Why would you need to do
Impossible
that?
to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
Kind of.
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I
Ew.
absolutely do.
Yeah, don't worry, we're not gonna add new strange slime to your leggings. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me
The
in
head
that.
was
I know
literally
it's
in your
not
gift.
exactly the latest
gift shop.
fashion, but
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
that's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you
Damn.
always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Okay.
I really don't know what to tell you.
You don't know what to you could tell me about your coworker?
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
No shit.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Oh no, you're
Is that
weird.
your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
I wouldn't agree on that,
Alright.
but okay.
I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Maybe in the sequel. All right.
Is that one of your
Fancy
clues?
pants.
It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Yeah.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
What do you mean you work here? You should know what these things are.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice.
You know
can put it
nothing.
away now.
What is the point of you as a character?
I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff?
Are
In
you
your
just here to hit on
pockets?
us and own leggings? Like, is that your entire character?
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
There we go.
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
You are literally of no use to me. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Ooh. Who are you?
Oh? You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, you know, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem.
Talk about the suspects,
You're
right?
just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for
Talking
the
about the
first
suspects,
time.
right?
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
No,
I am
I'm
I?
not
Well,
thinking
if
that.
you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Echo? Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall?
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
Alright, what is your job?
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
No,
What does
you're
that
not.
mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you.
You
I'm
are
sorry.
absolutely not
You
getting me
simply
involved.
have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought, felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Okay, buddy.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I
Well, they
promise
might
you,
cut
on a
down
normal
trees
day,
if they
this
do the
place is
the
far
movie
from
filming
peaceful.
here.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around
You
with
are
his
assuming that
face
he's
on our
real.
t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Dude, maybe go and spend some money on yourself and expand your brain a little bit.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
Good
a man
point.
has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager
Bring your own
contributions of one
food.
person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is.
I
so
believe
you stayed
it.
here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind
Oh?
of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger,
Dude, why are you
awaken
sleeping out here
and
then?
make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
They're not protesting, they're
Insects
trying to
make
fuck most of the
noises
time.
At night. Okay, I've written it down. What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years.
Oh my god, this
I've
is
got
like
some
if
comics in
Mickey
my
Mouse
tent.
had
You
was a
really
fucking
should see.
He was
cryptid.
only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Sure you are. You're observant, but you also believe in Boggy the Frog, Boggy whatever.
You're wasting your time with that one.
Your protest.
Shit.
And what? When you clearly
Oh, I can do that. Okay, nice.
a man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting.
But imagine if
could
Mickey
be
Mouse was
too.
like a full cryptid, like was just fully like 6'5",
Seems like a good
big ass
person.
ears.
He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Buddy, you're so sus.
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did she know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Dude, take a chill pill.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
You're so dumb thinking it's real.
Ah yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
Oh, you know him.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Of course you were.
I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person. You're wasting your time with that one.
This guy would be friends with fucking Folder.
Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
I'm not your friend.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody. No thanks, my... I'm afraid... This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Done everything here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go forward a little bit more and go cycle around back to these guys.
What can you tell me about these designs for a Boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera.
All right,
I can
then, Mr.
assure you
Pretentious.
that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot
Puppet.
things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
Huh.
Is it really cheaper?
You want me to sign a photograph for you? I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time. I simply don't have time to help you with this.
You're gonna help me with something,
You
whether
want
you
me
like
to
it or
sign a
not.
photograph for you? I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Wow.
What's a famous guy like
Oh,
you?
Let's do.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
So, in other words, you.
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, I don't really have... You won't be getting very... If you want an autograph...
What was the point in talking to you?
I don't really have time to be... You won't be... If you want an...
Oh, you are worthless to me. Back.
Uh-huh.
I found these designs for a costume. A Boggy costume.
Uh-huh. The legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
Let's do the new profiles.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Sure.
I really don't... You should ask some... Try showing it to some... I really don't have an opinion. My apologies. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
eat it.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
This man is built in such a weird way.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Why is his neck the same length as his head, but then it's also 2 heads high?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
He's so weirdly built.
That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Okay, let's go here. Should be able to
Even
go.
though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Well, that worked very easily, and also this room is very weird.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington.
From?
The handwriting is immaculate.
Who's it from?
Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. It's a letter before some. My dear I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
He knows that Boggy doesn't exist.
There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Secret. Oh, I see. Okay. We're all hunting buddies, huh? All hunting buddies, huh?
This photograph, it's a young Remington.
It's a young Remington.
And some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
First Order of Cryptozoological Hunters, Headquarters 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands amongst his friends. They're all holding rifles. I gotta say, Remington aged like fine wine if he still looks the same.
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
No.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. No way. No way. Is this a werewolf? These animals, they're not, I don't recognize any of them.
There we go. Okay, like, that's supposed to be, I'm assuming, a jackalope. Mara.
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched.
Oh, I am missing something. Okay, cool.
It's a sharp metal poker for a
Oh.
fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
A fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office. There's 3 small prongs on the end. A small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon?
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Okay. Hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Oh, we're at chapter 3 already. Okay. Richard Remington's real reason.
What?
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he
What is
did
this,
have
the
an enemy
mob?
or 2. Or 3. But you liked him.
I respected him.
Sure.
Good head on his shoulders. Good business
Could
sense, that
bribe
man.
him,
He
is what you
understood how to
mean.
make things work for him.
You could bribe him.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't really have time to be looking at items from your
Oh my
collection.
god, this guy. Okay, we're missing a couple things, but other than that, we're done with him.
Uh-huh.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know. I just can't understand why
The
anyone would even try.
gentrification.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
I know. And they're no longer secrets.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Yeah, the murder weapon.
That's great. I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
But it's helpful as in
That museum, which is it?
Alright, Folder, come talk.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were
Maybe
trying to
not
scare him out of the
tell
swamp, they
everyone
should have
you
spent
think.
more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to...
Yes?
It's just that there's no way anyone would believe
Mm-hmm.
nothing but foolishness.
Mm-hmm. You fool.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No. It
No.
wasn't.
What? What do you mean it wasn't? Show this nerd a clue.
You're wasting your precious time, detective. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious time, detective. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
I would understand about the bog dog. That makes sense.
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
But you don't want to tell me how accurate the headpiece is.
You're wasting your precious time, detective. So, you found it.
Oh.
Wonder who else knows about it.
Oh. Excuse me?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
We're just gonna
I have no
completely
interest in something
ignore
like
the
that.
fact that you just changed
Obviously.
personality for 2 minutes?
You're wasting your precious time, detective. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
Everything is important to me.
Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Me asking you questions like I'm not naturally fucking
This
curious.
person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatchet. This side of the museum is. There's a little door in the wall here.
And I looked up actually really quickly. The most recent game, Detective Grimoire game, is out already. Alrighty, let us keep moving. Oh, hi, weird child.
Aha! The great detective returns.
Yeah.
Did you run out of ideas?
No.
Need a little push in the right direction?
No, I'm good actually.
I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned.
No, it
and
won't.
I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do
It
you
shouldn't
mean?
exist.
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
That would be nice.
This staircase is... and this...
Yeah.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad. The water's clear. I can... not... The water's clear. I can...
He says water very interestingly. Very like... It sounds almost like a Philly accent. Hey, bitch.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No.
Totally.
But that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
Oh.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
And now it's
When
chemistry.
Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago,
Interesting.
I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Is this...
No, thank you.
Oh my god, look at how many things are dripping.
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the
Yeah. I know how to do that.
And
Let me
now
guess.
we...
The same color as last time. Mm-hmm.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time?
Yes.
This was the exact same liquid.
It was, in fact, the exact
Let's
same
see.
liquid.
First thing we do is then tap...
Oh, because it's all swamp
now-
juice. Okay, that makes sense.
Got it! Now I'll write it down. That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Correct.
Let's
One
see.
more.
First thing, then tap...
Yep.
And now...
Alone, I know how to do this. We do them back to back.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
Fire poker and the black leggings.
The fireplace poker, found at the crime scene, and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
Yeah,
Sunny's
Ren, it's really
leggings.
cute.
They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it. You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times.
Mm-hmm.
They're relentless.
What were they hunting?
Boggy.
Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal.
These characters have some
That
wild
just
design.
meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws. Of
No, when
any
they own the
kind.
land.
They tried to get me to leave my home. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Yeah, but he is part of the society.
I recognize some of those men.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes, and one of them after that.
Remington. It was his white whale. He could not believe he never got Boggy the Frog.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Be done with it. Give me something else.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Yes.
You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even sure who that is.
What about this one?
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse.
Yeah, you would describe
I
yourself that
heard
way.
she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Alright. Something here that I'm missing.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
Right. You onward.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons.
Yeah, his reasons
He probably
is
had
hunting.
several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets?
Yeah, we know
Hobbies?
what they are, buddy.
A secret hobby?
Yeah,
He
it's
was a
hunting.
man with a dream. I can tell you that much.
No. We figured that out already.
One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Stupid, but alright.
It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
What accent is that? I'm having trouble placing it.
Why don't you show that to someone else? That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
I mean, because that's kind of the bit usually. It's that they hunt people for it.
Hey,
Right, Sally, we gotta talk.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Yes.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime.
Not the same
What's
type
your
of
angle,
slime.
Grimoire?
Your black leggings were part of the murderous costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
All loose and stretched. You're too fat to wear those.
They're loose and stretched.
I'm gonna do the
That's
right
right,
answer.
someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their Boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
Oh my god, stop flirting, you two.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Okay. A small plastic toy sold at the gift shop. The toony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of Boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying. Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
It's the murder weapon, but okay.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Why do you have no
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Okay, bye. Bye, Sally. What do you want?
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
What the fuck is
Boggy.
going on?
Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Mainly because I didn't believe he existed
Mainly
at all.
because I didn't believe he existed at all.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
You're so weird.
Ah.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So,
Good for
what,
him.
he just left you alone?
He expected
That's an
me to get
unbothered
bored
king
and
right
go
there.
home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
But, like, not
I'm sure it says
really.
that in the brochure.
Not really.
Yes.
He wants a big old hunting ground.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well,
I know
found
I'm
the photo
not.
in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
He did, though.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
I
So,
wish I could.
you admit it's true?
I wish I could ignore you,
can
dude.
put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Everything is
Well,
worth
it's not
writing down,
writing
unfortunately.
down. Maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Oh, God.
If you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
I have a silly nickname. Well, no, because no one's seen Boggy, so it has to be like a weather thing, right?
You've been in your tent because it.
Why not?
That didn't feel right.
And more time, in your. No. Ask. Well. Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his notebook time.
I'm just curious.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Okay, so it's...
I heard you and...
So if I get it wrong, it won't matter. Is it because the tax man come in?
You've been hiding in your tent from the tax man.
No. Okay, so it is the ghost.
Notebook time. You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Why not?
Oh, any of those is correct? What?
Oh? Mm-hmm. That's great.
Fucking... what?
What?
I don't really have time to be looking.
Okay, I'm gonna present you with this
A good
toy.
example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
So, there's actually nothing else to show you. I'm missing like 2 things.
Some education. Did you?
I'm just gonna... well, you know what, I'll just do it really quickly. Just get it out of the way.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Figured as much.
No, thank you.
Just
If
100%
you bring me
this.
something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Yeah, we've already done that part.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
What was your...
No, thank you.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Oh, shit.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
There we go. Challenge unlocked. I knew I hadn't shown her everything. Okay. Do it. Challenge time.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You were living in the swamp.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Yeah, 'cause
Why
it probably
on
features
earth would
you.
I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
Look
Is this
how
you?
pretty she
He
was.
drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's
You
something
let him
on
tap
the
that?
back. What's
Boggy's
this?
feet.
Footprints.
Boggy's feet. The lost page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago. Features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. She's 80? Goddamn. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes in the front and 1 in the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes?
Are you going to tell me?
No.
No. It doesn't matter for the murder mystery.
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
No. What? Yeah, no, we gotta talk to more people. Everyone needs to see what we just found. Especially this asshole. I want to see what he has to say about the feet.
So, is that the missing page of the journal?
Uh-huh.
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Did you know the weird tree lady used to be a fucking babe, actually?
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
I don't think we have anything to show him, but I'm curious.
No thanks, my friend.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just gonna cross every bridge, you know.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
That's what I meant to do. I meant to talk to Harper. Okay, solved. Got it. Okay, cool. What am I missing? I'm missing one more thing. I'm missing a whole piece of evidence. And I only have 66% of notes? Bro, what am I doing? Clearly not enough of a job.
Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. I'm impressed someone might, and I'm impressed someone would want to. It's a colorful, Boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
Oh shit, how would I know what the number is? What would the right code be? I'm trying to think, it's Echo. I want to test something. No, because O would be too far. Never mind. What would padlock's code be? don't think we had any like numbers in here other than 60 and 20. Right? Unless I'm wrong. Let me go back.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here, and I'm impressed.
Actually, can you do that? Can you grab me that number? Let's do that. 3, 2, 4.
It's a color piece.
No. Okay, that's not the right number. What? I don't think we've seen a number this entire time. I wonder if it's just that I've missed stuff. Okay, you know what? Let me go dig around in some places. 69, nice. The museum, I'm still missing some stuff, so let's start from the top there. So I don't have enough to do here. Right now I'm in the clearing. I have 100% of the clearing. I might as well look at the office really quick while I'm here. Do I have everything for the office outside? Yes. Do I have everything for the office inside? No. So time to do that really quick.
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
There we go. There's one.
This is the creepiest off. This is the hunting memorabilia.
There we go.
Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
So now I should have everything in this location. Yep. This is the one I didn't have everything in, right? Yeah, I'm missing 2 things.
This is a really not worth the admission price. Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago, in a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Another story from Boggy's Bog. Oh shit, what's that number? Oh no. MCM. Well, X is usually 30. 34? Is it 15? 1534? $1934.
Books about Boggy, I'll read them some other. These are skulls. Models of things. Unless this is a apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago. It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp. Apparently.
What am I missing here? I'm actually curious if that is the number we need.
I'm impressed, and it's a journal.
Oh my god.
I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to it. That's all he's written.
Hell yeah. I'm still missing one thing here.
Looks like this path leads towards the north. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
That's true, because they're from the museum. The notebook is in evidence now. I think we have, yeah, Echo's diary. Blue and red flower petals. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go back. This one, do we have everything? No.
There's a hollow part. Note to self, don't fall in. Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry though. This place is putting me off food.
Dallin Fair.
It's the base of a gigantic tree, and it's sitting in the very heart of the... Was this entire place built around it?
Did you guys see eyes? So then, there's one thing I'm missing here.
It's a humble gift shop. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell. There aren't many clues over here, but I'm not going to worry about how... There aren't many clues, but it's a humble... Boggy dolls. It's a framed drawing. What a shame, it's not even... Brightly colored bog. Is there something behind?
There we go, that's what I think. Child's hat sold at the gift shop, designed to look a little bit like Boggy. There we go. This is all done.
Ah.
I found almost everything I need to know about these. Oh, because I never asked anyone about the hat.
What?
Okay.
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Pretty popular, got it. Okay. One last run around just to make sure I get everything.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
Everyone gets asked about the hat. I'm gonna 100%
Water
this.
everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. Grass, tree... A shipwreck? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
Thank you. That's it. Stunning. Okay, this one I know I don't have. Oh, I have everything. Do I have everything but the treehouse? Yes, we move right on. To the woods. Reflection is clear, got it.
The rock path leading back towards the museum. This staircase is... and this... The rock path leading... This staircase and... The water's clear... I cannot... The water's clear... I cannot... What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Oh. Hello? Oh, it's two different footprints. Okay. One right there. There.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
So, this is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
I've been talking this whole time like a fool, but I forgot I muted myself to cough. Me, a fool. Need one more thing.
There's a little door in the wall.
What else could possibly be in here? And is it going to be enough that it's actually important? This, this. Book. You know what? Oh, look at this.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
Oh, yeah, we did that. You know what? 100% this. I'm not that mad. No, I was fully
I
conversating.
don't think it's a window, but this hatch is... This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
It is being held up by wooden supports. It is bizarre.
Ah. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me.
Oh?
Sure. I figure, but I might as well just say.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Ah. No thanks, my friend.
Okay. With that, we are done. Our last circle.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water. The fence that seems to surround this entire area. I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk.
Yeah.
The water is black and deep. My favorite kind.
Hey, James.
You finally returned.
I did.
Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
What swamp
What
creature?
swamp creature?
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
I don't need to.
All right. Final chapter.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
No.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
You want this one?
If that's not Boggy, what is it?
It is a costume.
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one
But
that...
the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Because we know what the thing is.
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
There are.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
The officer is stupid, but
Grimoire,
I'm the only
this
competent
costume,
person.
it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
No.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think. This stuff has an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
Yeah, valid
A
question.
poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply.
I do
just
like that
to
they
make
said
sure.
he.
To make sure of what?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
He would be
Remington
lying
went
in
back to
wait
his
in
office?
costume.
Alone?
Yeah, okay.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me.
Okay,
I
go
think
on.
we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
I already know this is the ripping. The prize as Boggy appears. Fires his hunting rifle. First one. There we go.
I think that's it.
Good timing, game.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me.
All right, hit
First
me.
of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Isn't it inside the head?
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume.
Yeah, okay.
Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape?
Good question.
Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain.
Yeah,
The
okay.
one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Hello, I am murderer. Never did find the body.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
Because there's a giant hole in it.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
To
soften...
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Jeez, how
Exactly.
soft, how fucking
Well,
sturdy
let's
is this
put your
material?
theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
That's a really good question, and I can't seem to reference my notes. So where is that? Me trying to like rack my brain right now. It's not gonna be at the gift shop. Not gonna be. Is it? there is one person who could be.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a
He
single
was still
clue.
wearing it under the poncho.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
There you go.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that?
Because he's a hunter.
You were dressed as Boggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
No, he doesn't give a shit about that.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret. The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
There we go. The hunter and the hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
There we
The
go.
order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
Yeah, he was.
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction.
It doesn't matter.
He
No one would
set
know.
it up himself, didn't he?
No one would
He
know if
did.
Boggy was dead.
It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends
Yeah,
were
Richard
unable
Ahab
to come
Remington.
here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Correct.
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a
questionable.
service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut
to
this
put him
whole place
down.
down.
No, but to put
Everyone
him down when they found
finally
him.
realized they had no business here.
How can you know what Boggy wanted? He might not be what you're...
Detective,
It's...
it's finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp.
Yeah.
You have another job to do.
So weird,
don't
little
know.
girl.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down the...
Hey, wait!
What are you doing climbing in there? Boggy said yeet. So it is real. I too would be that kind of disgusted seeing something like that.
Aha!
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
And there it is. There we have it.
should all take a moment to really recognize just how uniquely you conquered that challenge. I don't think
Aaron
anyone else could've
Hansen.
done it that way.
Aaron, what are you doing in my games? Honestly, this is going so fast, I couldn't 100% tell who Aaron had voiced. But if it's actually guy, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Yeah, it was just folder.
Down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We better be.
Why is the child part of this conversation? Alright, that was stupid cute. That was stupid cute and easy to play. And we're going to go into ads any second now. So we're going to take a break. Then we're going to decide if I come back, or when I come back, if we're going to do anything else tonight. Look at this person showering. Let us perceive that person while they shower.
Boom, got it. Step, steppies. Steppies. Ow!
Game.
Fuck!
Oh, sure. Oh shit, he's starting to cook. Solely had, that sounds like... Who's the guy that I'm thinking of then? I'm gonna have...
Cerberus again accepts the sack.
The sack.
Oh, I killed Brian.
Why?
Cuz, dude. Brian.
Fuck you, buddy.
Okay.
I'm profession. I'm a professional cow. Milk me.
42 is fine. It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Oh, yeah. Alright, everything phallic has been chosen.
A crimson hibiscus? Is that the flower you've been fussing about?
Yeah, that's the flower they use for the ceremony. According to the shaman, the bigger the flower, the bigger the pussy.
Hello, Meep. I am saying hello. Only to Meep right now. Hello, Meep. Hello.
Yeah. Robert. Sir. What's happening here? What's going on here between us? You'll say that next time too. Next time? Oh my god. He thinks there's gonna be a next time. There's totally gonna be a next time.
Y'all know I hate to make fucking decisions. Y'all know I don't like making decisions, and then you ask me to make decisions. I think we're gonna have to call stream there, though. Because my cough is pretty bad. Anyways, thank you, friends, for coming in. Alright, friends, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Hasta la bye-bye.